All right, welcome to Giants Sports Talk Live morning edition. Giants win yesterday with some good play and some help. That was the big discussion last night, talking on Giants Sports Talk Live. It was a lot of fun, lively discussion. But hey,
last night's show had many different angle. I would dare say we had lots of
just a little bit.
The chat was alive, and they were all upset with me because I said we cannot keep this going, Eric, the way it's going. We may have what was our record?
17-9.
All right, we're 17-9. We're doing it with smoke and mirrors, Eric. I said yesterday we had six guys step into the box, batting 202 or less. Now you tell me that that's going to work.
No, you're correct. They need to start performing more. They're getting some wins. They're winning in different ways. But no, I agree. They're going to have to think. Some of these guys are going to have to step it up, period. I mean, you can't go through an entire season like that. You just can't. You got to be able to have these guys put up numbers that you expect them to see.
I call it the law of averages, right?
Yeah, that's fair. I'm not saying they got to go out there and just light the world on fire, but just play up to their potential, and then things will take care of themselves.
We'll take a look at the stats, but you talk about how we win. Dude, the other team sometimes helps us win.
Last two games.
Terang, hey, you're right.
Terang the night before helped us, and Yelich the other night. Yeah, absolutely, man.
Well, we do the year in review. There's going to be a lot of those games, Eric, where we go, how the hell do we win that? How do we win with 17 strikeouts, Eric?
Hey, it's baseball.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
It's baseball, man.
There it is, another win. Chalk it up to improbability, but we won.
Yeah, there he is. Giants win 6-5. They scored 6 runs on 7 hits. Milwaukee scored 5 runs on 9 hits. Both of them had 2 errors. As we talked about the other night, Rogers got the win. Alexander got the loss. Doval comes in with the save. A little bit shaky at first, but he was able to get through it with no runs coming across the plate. So that was good to see. Here we go. Yastrzemski, great game. Had a single, had a home run. 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored, 1 walk. Man, got on base 3 times. That's what you want to see as a leadoff hitter, right? That's fantastic. Adames had a hit, and he also had a non-hit. That was the error by Yelich out there in left field that helped score a run. So that helped the Giants in their victory yesterday.
And now, regardless of what he did with the bat, his defense was phenomenal, Eric, yesterday.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Absolutely.
When he did the old spinorama behind second base and got the guy by a wide margin, 2 steps, I was like, dude, this guy's great. But we broke it down in the show last night. Somebody was one of our guests said, he's like in the bottom 3% of defensive shortstops. So
there you go.
Didn't he say that?
Yeah.
And he isn't doing it with his bat. Jung-Hoo Lee, Eric. I know you're going to take a look at Jung-Hoo.
On base 3 times
yesterday.
But he took 2 walks.
Do you realize that's his 11th double of the year?
Dude, I'm telling you. Yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think he still leads the league in doubles, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
11.
Yeah,
11. And I said, and again, I seem to take a different road when we're doing our chats on our normal evening edition of Giant Sports Talk Live. But, everybody talks about it's a pitching ballpark. If you got the right hitters, it can be a hitter's ballpark, Eric.
Speaking of which, our next guy, Matt Chapman, his 1 hit was a home run. There you go. Nice 2-run shot for Matt Chapman. And again, helped the Giants lead to victory. All right, this is where it gets a little bit.
And may I add,
dearth.
The Chapman hit, it was a bomb. And they said it was one of the hardest hit balls to go for a home run all season.
Off of a pitch thrown at over 100 miles an hour.
So he crushed it.
He did. He absolutely did.
But my dad used to say when I played Little League, when Dan and I used to play Little League, my dad used to say, just get up there and swing. The harder it comes in, the harder it'll go out.
Well, there you go. As long as you make that contact.
Okay, wake me up when the rest of this is over, dude.
Yeah, Ramos 04, Wade 04, Fitzgerald 04. And then Matos was 1-4. So out of all that, and then Flores came in, he pitch hit and was able to get a nice single. But the bottom of the lineup, man, was not producing today.
Not to rub salt in the wound, but what is our old buddy Lamont? Let's do the Lamont welfare check. What's he batting?
A cool 0.94.
Yeah. We used to be worried about our old pal on the East Coast, Tom Durjevic. Tommy D. Well, I'm going to start checking in on Lamont Wade. He may need welfare checks.
Again, hits with runners in scoring position, 1 for 13. They were able to get the win, but yeah, they can't keep doing that. You can't
see. There's so many. It's not that we win, Eric, and you say we do this right or do this. It's all of these anomalies. We seem to be breaking the bank.
There are.
Dude.
There are. That's good. Yes, there are anomalies, no doubt about it. Roop only went 3 2/3, not good. 4 earned runs, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. Wasn't sharp today. I wanted to see better. You look at it, this guy needs to show it if he wants to stay in that rotation. Otherwise, you may see Birdsong may take a spot. You never know. But again, you haven't seen outings like this from Roop yet, so this is his first kind of a stinker. Let's see how he recovers in another few days. Bivens had 2 innings. He was able to get it done. And again, the bullpen took care of business. Look at that. You had 4 relievers come in. No runs were scored. So Bivens 2 innings. Eric Miller 1 1/3. Tyler had that 1 inning. He wound up getting the win because the Giants were able to score. And then Doval came in, as we said, with the save. Not seeing Ryan Walker in there as this closer today. It was Doval.
Eric, maybe it's fair assessment. Maybe you'll say it's an unfair assessment as a Giant fan. The guy wants him to win. Don't get me wrong. You're talking about the pitching. So when we enter a ball game, we're in a minute, we're going to talk about today's game against the Texas Rangers. We're opening up 3 tonight, and don't forget, it's a little bit later start. So I don't know. We might be doing the show early Saturday morning at this rate. I don't know. It's a late start. Join us for Giant Sports Talk Live. Check the local listings this evening here on your various platforms. But when we enter a game like tonight, Eric, I expect, or you should expect your team to throw the pitcher on the mound, and you expect him to go out there and have a good game. The problem I have deep down in my cockles, wherever they may be, is I'm always worried, Eric. I'm hoping we have a great outing. Yeah. I'm always leaning toward, dude, this hasn't been good. And the next day, another pitcher, this hasn't been good. Hicks, Verlander,
Ray.
Yeah, you know what? I just don't know what to expect. You ever hear the movie? Any Given Day. Well, any given day we could lose.
Yeah,
but we keep winning.
We're going to have to see what Verlander had a great outing in his last outing. I want to see him have a similar so we could sit there and say, okay, he's showing something. There's some what do you want to call it? A foundation? What do you want, or just a showing that he's able to go out there and get at least 6 innings. I mean, if you go 5, like I said, I've already said, if he could go 5 and allow less than 3 runs, hey, I'm good with that. But
you and I might have to set up our own foundation, raise some money so this team can buy us some good players, Eric. Good Lord, because the guys guys were upset last night because, I'm doing a little bit of this. I'm like, oops, what's going on? And then they were really upset.
There's some of it. No, there's some of it involved. There's no doubt about it. Baseball, look, when the ball's put in play, anything can happen.
Travel day for some teams yesterday. What we got on board today, Eric?
Let's take a look.
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. First game, Philadelphia at Chicago. That's going to be a good series. 11:20 on the MLB Network. You got Taijuan Walker going for the Phillies. Starting pitcher will be Colin Ray. To lock it down for the Chicago Cubs. We'll see how that one plays out there in Chicago.
I took a sneak peek. I jumped over Baltimore, and I see you're getting all the great pitching matchups. You'll deal with that one in Washington in a minute. Baltimore's at Detroit. Brandon Young, Casey Mize gets underway at 3:40 if you want to catch it. 3:40 start on MLB Network.
And the Mets will be visiting Washington, the Nationals. Kodai Senga, Mr. Ghost Ball himself, right? Isn't that what he calls it? The Ghost Ball?
The Fork Ghost.
Yeah, or something like that, right? It's nasty, whatever it is. He will be your starting pitcher for the Mets. Jake Irvin, take the ball for the Nationals. Again, 3:45 start in the nation's capital.
Dude, this is what I like to see. I don't care which teams. I love baseball, Eric. Now we're getting to see some series where they're playing in their own division. This is what it's all about. Toronto at New York in the House of Pain. Jose Barrios, Carlos Carrasco. That is a 4:05 afternoon start. boy, oh, the Yankees keep making the money. Look at that. The lowest ticket price, $59 to get in. Toronto and New York, they're playing in the American League East now. That's going to mean some meaningful baseball this weekend. Should be a good series.
Yeah, and the Red Sox will be taking on the Guardians in Cleveland. You were there this last summer, right? For your card show, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I was. Don't know if I'll be there this year, but I was last year.
Yeah, there you go. You got Tanner Houck taking the ball for the Boston Red Sox. Ben Lively starting pitcher for the Guardians. You can catch that one on Apple TV Plus, not just Apple TV. Apple TV.
Come on, man. Get ESPN. I know they're in a competitive nature with showing ball games and stuff. Well, actually, they don't even show that much baseball anymore. Give me a channel number. How do I find Apple TV Plus, Eric? I got a hard enough time finding them when they're on the regular networks. Come on, man.
Else does. Google it.
Los Angeles at Minnesota in a 440 start. In my fantasy league, I was playing the old Kyle Hendricks angle. That is not happening again, but he'll be at the Minnesota Twins, Pablo Lopez. Problem with Hendricks, he's a soft tosser, man.
Yep. Yes, he is.
My wife advised me never say soft tosser on the air, but I just did. So what's going on in Kansas City? It's always a great day for baseball there.
Houston Astros will be taking on the Royals. Hayden Wesneski. As a matter of fact, he was part of the Kyle Tucker trade.
Mm-hmm, he was.
And he's I think he's having a pretty decent season, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Seth Lugo will be the starting pitcher for the Royals. Should be a fun one there in Kansas City. Again, 440 start.
Milwaukee's at St. Louis. Chad Patrick. Matthew, is it Liberatore or Libator?
Libator, I think.
There you go. Eric knows better than me. He's a real ball fan. 5:15 start under the arch in St. Louis.
Cincinnati Reds will be taking on the Colorado Rockies in Colorado. So that should be an interesting game. See, more than likely the ball will be flying. Cincinnati's got a lot of boppers on their team. So should be interesting to see how that pans out there in Colorado. Andrew Abbott will be the starter for the Reds. For Colorado, they will send to the mound Kyle Freeland.
Sometimes, you know what? Sometimes you can put all your thought, your knowledge, what we think we have knowledge of baseball. And sometimes you just ask somebody like my daughter, which script do you like better? The Whirly or the Block? Because it's the A versus the A today, Eric.
Oh, yeah.
Atlanta, Arizona. Who wins? Who knows? Atlanta, unpredictable. Arizona's at home, though. They're playing in the Dome with Zach Allen hosting Chris Sale. That should be a good. Eric, that's a dandy pitching matchup as well. If you want to catch any of that one, it's on MLB Network.
There you go. And Cal Quantrill and Logan Gilbert, they will match up in Seattle. It's going to be the Miami Marlins facing off again against the Mariners in Seattle. 6:40 start. Yeah, we'll see. Logan Gilbert, he's one of your better pitchers out there in the major leagues.
And Cal Quantrill is not. Take it from me. Tampa Bay is at San Diego. It's Shane Baz up against Michael King. The Padres still doing Padre things over in the American League, or the National League Western Division, I should say. They're playing a lot better than most people expected. You and I expected they would be where they're at in the standings, I believe. Giants will have to keep pace with them, because that's going to be I have kind of leaned toward watching that young Tampa Bay team. They're exciting. I don't know if they get the job done tonight, though, in a 6:40 start.
And in Sacramento, if you want to go watch the Athletics, well, guess what? You can't, because as you see, there is no tickets available. No,
I thought it was free.
No soup for you. So if you want to go watch the Athletics, to hell with y'all. Yeah, it ain't happening. Anyways, Chicago White Sox taking on the Athletics in Sacramento. 7:05 start. Sean Burke will be going for the White Sox. Luis Severino, who the A's spent a lot of money to get in the offseason, will be your starter for the Athletics. I
take everything I said earlier about pitching matchups back.
Ooh.
Here it is. Here it is. This should be the headliner.
Yeah.
Paul Skeens. Talk about movement on a ball, Eric. And Yoshinobu Yamamoto. There's your pitching matchup of the day, and that is why you want to get in the cheap seats. It's going to cost you $77 or more. Pirates at the Dodgers, 7:10. That one is on the MLB Network. That one should be pay-per-view, Eric.
I know. Hey, would that be your pick to click?
Oh, I wouldn't touch that one with a ball. I'm going to take Seattle to beat Miami. That is my pick to click. Seattle.
All right, there you go.
You're going to wrap it up with the big one today.
Yeah, there we go. Texas is visiting Oracle Park, again, Bruce Bochy coming back to San Francisco. Nathan Eovaldi, their best pitcher right now, will be taking the mound for the Rangers. They will face off at 7:15. Starting pitcher for the Giants will be Justin Verlander. Let's see if he can come out and have another performance like he had in Anaheim. If he does, hey, the Giants have a good chance of doing some damage in this first game. Should be a lot of fun. Again, it's going to be a later start, 7:15 start. So post game probably won't be closer to 10 o'clock, somewhere around there.
I'll see you tomorrow morning. My time is up. By the way, I just want to correct something before we wrap up the show this morning. Guys, and Eric, you were here. You'll bear witness to this. Last night on Giant Sports Talk Live, a Northern Lights Entertainment production, I said that we would get swept.
You did say that. Having second thoughts?
I have an asterisk beside that one. And I'm going to tell you why. I think there's a possibility. I think Texas has a much better hitting team. Oh, I think they're superior. They're coming in off a loss in Sacramento last night. And my reasoning is we may win one game in that series if we see Luke Jackson pitch for Texas. Fair assumption?
Hey, let's not forget, he used to be a Giant. Traded him away to Atlanta. And
he blew it last night.
Yeah.
So let's see if the San Francisco Giants can continue their winning ways tonight, Eric. I don't know. They continue to pile up the wins one way
or another.
Yeah,
there you go.
I'll see you in the post game tonight, Eric.
Yeah, we'll see you guys tonight. Enjoy your Friday, and we'll see you guys tonight after Giants Rangers.
Go Giants.
See ya.